Darren og teamet hans har stått på for fullt i 5 dager. Om noen få timer skal endelig Christina få se resultatet og nyte sin nye oase. Men først må alle sammen trå til for å gjøre terrassen helt ferdig.
Now comes the fun part. It's all the styling and putting the furniture in and all the planting. You're going to see this terrace come to life over the next few hours. Christina's apartment is very small, so the terrace area is extremely important to her because now it will double the size of her apartment. That's what I like to do, is create the maximum use for both the apartment, or if it's a house, and a terrace together. Getting the outside coming sort of inside the house. Most people say inside to outside. I like it the other way around. Over here, guys.
Det her, ja. Dette blir inne og blir bra. Har du fått plass til alt dette?
I've only just started. Give me a chance.
Er du fornøyd med fargen?
Of course. It always looks stronger until you get the plants in. It'll be fine. Well, it's kind of getting to be quite an in colour lately, and as it turns out, Christina actually quite likes to have blue. She told me after we picked the colour, so that was lucky. Choosing the right pot to put plants in is quite a challenge because you want one that will take the weather, but you also want one that's fairly light to move around. Especially in this apartment, we got to take them up the stairs. So at Mestergrund we found a product called fibre clay, which is both light and very strong. Planting in pots, for me, the low pots that you can see behind the sofa group, I like that because it just gives a bit of shielding. The back of sofas are kind of not the most interesting thing to look at, but obviously plants are. So that's why I've used the low wide pots, filled them with hortensia and astilbe, so that it gives a nice soft feeling at the back of the sofa group. So an important thing for people to remember is that you shouldn't just put the plants always around the outside of a terrace. You can bring them into the middle, bring the life into the terrace, not just have it around the outside in the corner you don't know what to do with. Well, if anyone doubted we could finish this, ha! That looks good. Looks very, very good. In 5 days, this is nothing short of a miracle, really. They've worked extremely hard, the team. Fantastic job, super proud of them all. Another terrace done.
Å, herregud! Å, herre min hatt! Se på dette øyet! Å, herregud, jeg var helt skjelven. Å, kjære vene. Det er jo helt sjukt. Det var som om du går inn i en oase, eller du går inn i et blad. Det er det du gjør. Du går rett inn i interiørbladet og går inn i rommet der. Det var helt... Nei, jeg har ikke ord. Det var helt surrealistisk. Og det her var mitt. Det er helt fantastisk, den jobben de har gjort. Åh, men takk, Darren.
You're more than welcome.
For din utrolige design.
You're more than welcome.
Du har virkelig skjønt hva jeg liker, I hvert fall.
That's good. We try.
Ja.
But there's obviously been a lot of people to make this possible behind the scenes, and in 5 days they've done amazingly well. Amazingly well.
Jeg har jo vært der på morgenen og litt på kveldene, så jeg har jo fått sett hvor langt de har kommet I løpet av dagen, men det som har skjedd her I dag, Det ikke den samme plassen som jeg forlot I morges.
So you see, you've got your day bed, and
Ja.
it does lift up as well, so you can store things underneath that one. Bubble bath is now at the right temperature for you to use, I think. Should be.
Det veldig gøy å se hvor mye som kan gjøres faktisk på en uke med en god plan, og det materialvalget og måten løsningene det gjort på, det synes jeg veldig, veldig, veldig spennende. Og spesielt det der å se, jeg synes også for alle å se hvordan man kan skape ulike zoner I en litt sånn kjedelig stor terrasse, det veldig, veldig bra.
Jeg synes det helt fantastisk. Helt fantastisk. Vi har jo vært så dyktige med å legge tredekke og alt som vi kom på. Vi hadde egentlig tenkt på det vanlig sånn her platting med 4x4 og så prøve å beise den.
Veldig mange trenger hjelp til å se løsninger. Folk har store, flate plener eller nesten helt sånn altså sånn som her, bare en grå betongterrasse uten noen ting, og det vanskelig for folk å ta fatt og vite hva de skal gjøre.
Nei, dette bare helt rått, for å si det rett ut. Det er jo en total transformasjon av hele terrassen og egentlig hele leiligheten. Fordi I utgangspunktet så dette en liten leilighet som da har fått en kjempestor terrasse, og sånn sett så det jo blitt et helt annet uterom, et ute-innerom som gjør at du sannsynligvis får helt annet liv fremover I leiligheten.
I'm proud of all the people that put this together. I mean, I design it, organize it a bit, but at the end of it all, it's the people that build this that make it happen, and they've done an absolutely super job.
Skål! Takk. Det helt uvirkelig at jeg som bor på Grønland, Christina Sørensen, har vunnet det her. Av så mange søkere, og jeg trakk det lengste strået. Jeg føler meg utrolig heldig.
Hagen til familien Solli Heinrich begynner å ta form. Darren legger stor vekt på å gjøre et godt grunnarbeid for at frosten ikke skal ødelegge resultatet når vinteren kommer. Selv om dette arbeidet ikke synes, så det viktig å legge noen kroner I det.
As you can see, the heller has arrived from our friends from Leve Betong. I've chosen the Hust colour because I think it will blend in really well when the planting comes into all the little planting pockets that you can see dotted around. Around the edge of the heller, where it meets the planting border, we put this very strong betong edge, and we've popped our armouring rod or iron into it so it really makes it strong. So if the frost comes, it's not going to move very much. It also stops the soil mixing in with the sand, and the Duke helps with that also in here. All the red pipe you'll see around this garden is actually for the electricity that will come in later. It's easier to put this down and then pull the cables through. So this will be a planter that will be lit up. This will be a large plant box. The idea here is to give them the shielding from the neighbours when we put in the planting. Now we're using lacquer, and these are the foundation blocks that have gone in with armouring and betong to make it a very strong start to it. Because when the frost is coming in, there will be movement, so it's very important to get the foundations right. Always get the foundations right. We're right outside their dining room area in the house, and here will be their dining room area outside the house. So you have to imagine that the terrace will be a lot higher, and in between these metal posts will be a wooden fence to shield them from the neighbours. On the top of these posts we can attach wires for a sail duke to come in a little later on, because it's nice to always sit under a cover when you're eating.
Hos familien Ingram Smith første del av byggearbeidet kommet godt I gang. Og gresset må nå vike for mer spennende alternativer.
As you can see, they've now taken the grass off. This place will be where the kitchen, the fireplace, the sitting group and the dining area will be in just a few weeks. When Kenneth and Natalia first contacted me to design this garden, they wanted a garden that they could use for many months of the year and not just in the few months of summer that we have. So of course the only option was to build some roofs. Now we've decided to put some steel structure into this garden because this way it's quite a cost-effective way to build the roofs. You can of course cover it in wood if you want to, but for me I wanted to make this design a little bit more modern looking, so I've left the steel exposed.
Og har du lyst til å se hvordan de to enebolighagene blir seende ut når de står helt ferdige, er det bare å følge med i ukene fremover.